Hello there, moin moin ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Donboxing. Today I have for you, I would say the maybe a newest and greatest Samsung Buds, the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. Yes, I don't know why there's no white space between Buds 3 and then Pro. There isn't white space, why this is not written together, no clue. It's a classic Samsung, and also classic Samsung. They had a design that was actually kinda unique. And then they suddenly start copying Apple for no apparent reason because, yeah, toothbrush in your ear is an absolutely great design. But at least what they definitively did better than Apple with the last generation, yeah, they actually nailed the tuning. Until this day, I think this is probably one of the best tuned TWS out there, if not the best tuned. And today, yeah, we are taking a look at the Buds 3 Pro. And yeah, this is... yeah, new unit, not like my Buds2 Pro, which were refurbished, because here I actually was very curious. And if they are garbage, I will just send them back, because I have Buds 2 and those generally do pretty good, also in terms of INC. So, yeah. But yeah, this is just the unboxing here, and the packaging is basically exactly the same of the Buds2 Pro. They just made a free out of it and put a new picture on. And then you remove this, and the trend is pretty similar here. This is cardboard, so at least it's recyclable. These are the buds, and let's quickly take a look what accessories we get. This is everything here, and it feels relatively heavy because yeah, we have again a huge manual here, and then the charging cable, which is yeah USB-C to C, looks like the standard Samsung USB-C cable, and in between there they squished the tips in. Let's take a quick look at the tips. I will not remove the cable because in case this turns out it's rubbish, it will obviously straight go back to Samsung. And let's take a look what tips we get here. Again, this is recyclable packaging, and here they just put on the tips. Let's see how we open that. I assume you pull that out, and those are the tips here. This is the S tip I have here because I will probably need S. And as you can see, this is a, yeah, like I want to say again, oval shaped tip that you have seen in similar TWS before. And yeah, it feels pretty damn hard to me. One reason for this is, oh yeah, this is, Samsung. I have already seen pictures. Let me just quickly fold the tip around so we can actually have a better look on the inside. You can see here, this is actually plastic. So that means this shit is super proprietary, and you will probably not be able to fit normal tips on the Buds 3 Pro. I will obviously try later on, but this in the unboxing, just my first impression is it will probably not fit. You can see here it has these like cutouts here, so something will fit on, and a light groove there on the left or right, so this fit in. And this is like hard plastic, like you can't squish it. And yeah, also a two-piece construction for a tip is not a good idea generally, because this will, and over time definitively it will just dissolve, like the glue will just get a bit loose, and then you have a plastic piece and a tip that doesn't stay on the plastic piece. So not a smart idea of Samsung here, or financially speaking, probably a smart idea, because that means if the tip gets broken, people will either need to buy new tips from you for very much, too much money, or they just throw it away, which also is a possibility. So yeah, and the other thing that is about the tip, you can see it has like a mesh in here, and that is, yeah, that's it. Let's take a look at the TWS itself. That's the charging case. It seems to be a bit bigger than of the Buds 2 Pro, which I unfortunately do not have here at the moment. But I have something that was very similar in terms of sizing. This is the Shanding M0, and that was very similar to the Buds 2 Pro in terms of sizing. And yeah, you can see this is definitely a bit bigger there. So again, if you just copy Apple, maybe not the best idea, because this definitely takes up more volume. Other than that, let's take a quick look around the charging case. There's pairing button at the bottom. It feels honestly even a bit cheaper made than the Buds 2 Pro overall. Like, this plastic looks a bit cheaper, it feels a bit cheaper, and let's see at least how the mechanism here is. That's at least nice. The magnet closes very satisfyingly, and the hinge at the back, not sure if it's metal, doesn't feel like metal, but it hasn't cut out as you can see here, so it might actually be a metal hinge here, but I can't tell by feel. Like, it's also just too warm at the moment here. It's like more than 30 degrees, so everything feels hot. And yeah, what I also don't like at the moment already is this is fingerprint magnet as hell, so that's again great improvement here, Samsung, nice. And then we open this, and here we have color-coded R&L. This is orange, not red though. And let's quickly see how these remove and flop in. So this is, yeah, standard toothbrush head thingy, and I also don't like this here. Like other mechanisms of other toothbrush head TWS I had, literally just goes like this and then it will just fall down. And here you can still miss it because there's a cutout at the front here. Not the greatest mechanism at all. And then you can also see it's rocking around in there. Also worse than the Buds3 Pro. And another thing that I again already can tell you, this seam, it did look pretty big in the pictures, and damn, in reality it is big. It is noticeable to the finger. Like this is definitively a downgrade from the Buds3 Pro. And actually the last TWS I tried here, the Rose Techniques Ceramics X, has smaller seams than the Buds3 Pro here. So not a great start for Samsung, not a great start at all. But let's take a look at around it. So here again, this is the infrared sensor to detect if you're wearing it or not. Basically the same as the old one. You have a microphone slat on the top here. You have this front thingy, which I think had an LED behind or beneath. There will record in English. And it does look kind of polished black at the front. And then we have another microphone hole here. And I think that's pretty much it. Let's see if we can remove the... Oh god, no. We can't remove the tip. Yeah, no wonder people destroyed tips with this. Yeah, you... Like, it's... How do I was supposed to remove this? Ooh, yeah, great. You can see, I just tried to plug it off, but it's basically impossible. So I already made a small scratch in the rubber here, because Samsung, in all of their geniusness, was like, yeah, no, fuck it, we are making something super stupid. So that's the unboxing so far. I'm not amused by whatever Samsung did here. This is definitively not better than the Buds3 Pro, and honestly, I think it will probably go back just by what I've seen here so far. Like, again, also, like, how am I supposed to exchange a tip with this? Like, what the hell, like, Samsung, what were you thinking? Like, I know it has, like, new drivers inside and has a dual driver system now, so that might be good, but everything else around it seems to be... It's like 1 step forward, 3 steps backward. It's really not great so far. And yeah, if I can remove the tip, and I will give it a listening and probably cut a quick first impressions after this, because we know how the Buds2 perform. We know where our benchmark. So for this one, actually, it will be one of those cases where I will give you first impressions because it just makes sense. Okay, then let's come to the first impressions. So yeah, like first again, the problem is with these the AirPods design. It doesn't really fit me that well, but assuming I can get a good fit, yeah, it sounds again pretty damn good. Like it seems to be, to me at least, a bit brighter than the Buds2 Pro generally, but not a lot. And generally balance again is very well done here. And yeah, I think this is again a very competent TWS. Maybe not as good as the Buds2 Pro, but definitely very good. And that's it. Yeah, measurements I will throw in the background here. I have not looked at the measurements when recording this. So yeah, you can see for yourself how they measure. And that's it. Yeah, if you have questions, recommendations, criticisms, please leave a comment. Donspektor out.